A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like
Okay. Oh, shh. Okay, all right.
Her son is very sick.
15 minutes later, I hear it again, like a knock on the side of my van again.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
We heard that light is moving.
let's get the fuck out of here. We gotta go.
Freaking me out.
On the night of August 24th, 2022, a video dropped on the YouTube channel Cat Soap. What begins as a goofy road trip turns unexpectedly dark. A crew of friends is cruising through the back roads of rural Queensland, Australia, chasing down whispers of a haunted place tied to the infamous Camp Mountain train disaster. That wreck, back on May 5th, 1947, claimed 16 lives when a passenger train full of families and customs staff derailed going too fast down a slope. Still, the worst rail tragedy in Queensland's history.
Good day morning, 5th of May, 1947, Customs Department staff and their families left Brisbane Central Railway Station for a holiday picnic at Closeburn. After short stops at Middleton and Ferny Grove stations, the 7-carriage train began the slow climb over Camp Mountain Knob. Downhill from the knob, the train gathered speed and started to sway alarmingly, heading into a left-hand curve 20 miles per hour too fast. The locomotive tender overturned, pulling the locomotive off the track and into an embankment. The first 2 carriages telescoped into the overturned locomotive. In Queensland's worst train crash, 16 travellers died, including the driver and fireman, and over 30 were injured.
As night swallows the horizon, their GPS starts acting up, and the roads get tighter and more remote. The land around them feels less like public property and more like they're trespassing somewhere they shouldn't be. They argue whether to keep going or wait on backup. Then, while parked in the car, something weird happens. Strange lights start popping up in the distance, definitely not from flashlights or vehicles. And there's nothing on satellite maps showing any houses or structures nearby.
It's a no-through road.
Yep, keep going. They did say it was a dead end.
Oh, did they? How do I turn around?
Yeah, this must be it, eh?
Yeah. But you know what the good thing is that I've got my car facing the right way if we've got to make a quick getaway.
Yeah, that's why I told you to turn around. Can we actually talk about like how scary it is just be sitting here, the 2 of us ladies in a car, in the dark, in the woods, just waiting
For a rest.
I never said that. Are you calling Troy and Clayton?
The thing is, any car that comes in, because we're facing this way, the headlights are going to go into our eyes, so I'm going to be prepared to duck.
Oh, true.
I'm going to be like this.
Put
your seat back.
Okay. Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice, and she's like, George, that car just stopped down there. And then he comes out and we're sitting here in our car and you see this big black shape come marching towards the car. Like
with his
straight
shotty.
ahead. Well, you can't see his shotty.
Oh, we're unaware that the shotgun is present.
You can just see his shape. Oh, I wouldn't even wind the window down.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
They're boxed in by thick woods. The lights? They're moving in ways that make no sense. One of them swears a shadowy figure is creeping toward the car. Another sees multiple lights darting through the trees, each acting on its own. The group tries to stay chill, joking around to mask how freaked out they really are. The lights flicker, shift direction, and come closer. They check satellite view again. Still no signs of civilization, just forest. And yet, those lights keep drifting through the dark like they have a mind of their own. Eventually, nerves win out. They bolt, no answers, just a heavy sense of something not right.
Can you see? Yeah, you can. You can see it. Look. No, that's me moving the camera, but...
You guys feel like a wolf? It's not that bright.
I'm just looking at that light.
It's getting brighter.
That light's getting brighter.
And it's moving.
And it's moving. Is it?
I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks.
There's no one over there, too.
Lights are moving now. Moving forward or closer.
Okay, so this track doesn't go round that way.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, if that track doesn't go, this track doesn't go round that way, why was it getting closer to us that way?
Okay, come up to the bridge. Are you guys hearing anything?
Yeah, it's getting closer.
We heard that light is moving.
That light.
It's like
Like someone walking?
No,
No, but
moving
it's staying in the same spot, but going like.
Yeah, it goes to the left.
Oh, maybe they're just looking for something. Didn't
No, we yelled out.
You hear? Oh,
We were going, hello?
they? Did you get anything back?
No.
so does it look like a torch or does it look like something
No, it
else?
looks like a min, not a min light, but a. What's that down there?
Go maps. Just Google Maps. Go to satellite view. You're already on satellite view, so just zoom in and just have a gaze at what's here.
Fucking nothing. Look,
It's trees. It's trees. Show the boys.
like it's just trees.
Okay, got it again. I'm going to zoom in.
So what the hell?
See, look.
It's literally, you can
It's
see
just
the dirt.
trees.
You can see the dirt on the ground.
Maybe there's a logical explanation. Wildlife, bugs catching moonlight, or hidden houses behind hills. But nothing nearby fits, and those lights didn't behave naturally. Considering how close they were to the site of such a violent tragedy, it's easy to wonder, was this residual energy from the Camp Mountain crash? Or did they witness something no one can explain, out there in the shadows of the Australian bush? Before we dive in, if you're into chilling encounters and strange stories, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into it. Joe's a TikToker known for sharing slices of his life, often jet-setting around the world with his girlfriend. But this time, they took their van deep into the woods for a quiet camping trip and captured the whole thing on video. They found a peaceful spot and spent the night inside the van. Everything seemed normal, until the next morning. Joe picked up the camera like always. But while his girlfriend went off to explore the area, she stumbled onto something that left both of them completely shaken. Now, before you call it fake, watch the entire thing, then decide for yourself.
What?
What is that?
What the?
That was not there last night.
Nah, that shit wasn't there last night. We pulled up here. I come over here and set up this solar thing last night. You ain't do that. Holy shit.
They debated whether or not to get the police involved. Sure, they could have packed up and left to play it safe, but after thinking about it and realizing that this could be the work of a killer still out there, they made the call, hoping to stop someone from getting hurt in the future.
Hi. So I kind of have something crazy and weren't sure who to call. So we were camping off of the forest road right next to Douglas Fir last night. There was a rock that we woke up to that was carved into that said, "I will kill again." Placed next to our van on a tree stump.
Okay.
But I didn't know.
Felt like we should have called and told somebody there was a note that said, "I will kill again," scrawled on a rock and left near a van in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what we need to do, did you take a photo of it at all?
Yes.
And a video.
So what we want to do, we need to contact, I'm going to have you contact the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
And they're the ones that take care of that for us here, but it's good for us to know as well. Well, let's see. James Griffin.
Okay.
He's a Forest Service patrol captain, and then he can pass that on with the Whatcom County for the Sheriff's Office as well.
I will give him a call.
All right. Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you.
Be
Bye-bye.
careful.
Be careful.
There, hey, Alex, how secure do you feel up here now?
You don't even know the cop's number.
like-
This isn't even the cop's number. This is the forest.
Problem was, the forest ranger didn't offer much help. So, with the situation feeling even more unsettling, they ended up dialing the police directly.
Cloud 9 right now. Or no. Chair 9. It's a pizza joint right down the road. Is the rock with you? No, we left it right there. We did take pictures of it, but like I said, it's right down the road. We left it right where it was, just so we could get into service and
Get
away
the
from
hell
that
away
spot.
from the rock.
Yeah, are you going to be at Chair 9 for a few minutes?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Let me call my sergeant and see if he wants me to collect the rock or
Okay.
if just photo be sufficient. So,
Yeah.
If y'all don't want the rock, I'm gonna go back and get it. That's pretty cool. Like, I've never been left a love note from a serial killer.
It's just...
well, I guess, one of my thoughts is, have we had anything suspicious like that happen in that area
Yeah.
or anywhere else?
Hey.
Let me Let me ask my sergeant what he thinks, and then I'll call you back.
Okay. Ma'am, and I don't know if it counts for anything on the police scale, but I'm a pretty wild individual and not easily scared, and that shit me to heebie-jeebies.
No, that would weird any normal person out, yeah.
And I'm not normal, that's the thing. I'm very abnormal, but that scared me.
And the abnormal people, yeah.
How long do you think before you call back? Because once we go inside, the service kind of dips out.
Less than 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I'll just stay out here.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
I'll just make a call and call you back.
Thank you.
Even though they were still rattled, they went back to the site to grab the strange stone they'd found as potential evidence. But when they got there, a different group of campers had already claimed the spot. Concerned, they walked over and explained everything, hoping to warn them.
Hey guys, we just wanted to warn you about something. We stayed here last night. Were you asleep? Oh, where you at? Sorry. Hey, we stayed here last night. I'm going to show you something real quick. So you see this right here?
Yeah.
We stayed here last night, and we reported this. This was not here when we went to bed, but this rock right here that somebody scrawled, "I will kill again," was laid on this stump sometime between when we went to bed and when we came back. And we came back to get the rock because it freaked us the out, dude.
When did you guys come back?
We were here last night in the morning, and it was there. So we left it there and went down and got service and called the cops. We came back to get this. When we saw you here, we're like, hey, we're going to tell you what we found.
Yeah.
We've stayed here 2 out of the last 3 nights. It's completely silent. The book is wonderful, but that was really freaky, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm strapped, so.
Yeah. I said, hey, if you're going to come serial kill me,
Yeah.
goddamn fair game, cuz.
Exactly. Hey, thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Cool. My name's Joe, man. Are you staying up here in the
Jim?
PNW? Joe.
Joe?
And that's out.
No, I might just stay up and wait for this dude.
And
I'm
everything.
thinking maybe it's just like a local spot and the locals wanted us out and that's what it was.
Well, I'm going to take my hatchet, put it in.
Yep.
Hey, we're going to find out.
All right,
Hey,
man.
man. Thank
You
you
guys
so
don't
much.
hear from me? Something happened to me.
Yep,
All right.
we know.
Be safe, cool.
Let's take a step back and really look at what happened. The fact that they not only called the cops but also warned total strangers says a lot. That kind of effort doesn't line up with a cheap hoax. I'll admit, I had my doubts in the beginning. But watching them go through all that changed my mind. Maybe the person who left that rock behind was dangerous. Or maybe it was a dark, messed up prank. Either way, it's the kind of thing that'll haunt your thoughts. Of course, there's still a chance it was all staged. If so, it'd be a huge blow to their credibility. And I really hope that's not the case. So, what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Mimi had always been drawn to the wilderness. So much so, she left behind her old life in North Carolina, packed everything into a camper van, and hit the road. From that moment on, her channel became all about van life, solitude, and exploring a new place to camp each night. But when you spend enough time alone in the woods, it's only a matter of time before strange moments start to find you. On this particular trip, she'd set up deep in the forest, miles away from anyone, just hoping for a little peace and quiet away from the noise of everyday life.
Good morning. I slept so hard. I want to get up. But I must. Oh. How's my hair? There's literally dozens of campsites. Dozens. Or at least more than a dozen. What are you doing? So weird.
The next morning, groggy and joking about her messy hair, Mimi crawled out of bed and decided to shake off the sleep with a walk through the surrounding woods.
Done being a bum. At least for a little while. I'm gonna go get my steps in. Ooh. I moved just a little bit so I can get some more sun. Solar panel, not that there's been much today. It's been an overcast day. I feel like I'm emerging from the cave.
I don't know what got me yesterday, but something got me. You can almost see it. Look at that. You see how it's kind of swollen? It hurts real bad. It does hurt, actually. Rude. That was fucking rude. Oh. The farther you come over this, oh, you can see so far. I have to zoom in with the... Just gonna get a few steps in. It did rain for a little while. Made for a wonderful lazy day. I'm gonna see if I can make it a little farther this time. All right. Let's go see. I don't know why I'm so freaked out. I feel like, what if it's a driveway or something? And I'm gonna keep going, but...
Her day's plan was simple. Cook some hot dogs, soak in the stillness, and just breathe. She got the fire going and started prepping her food. Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right, let's see if this is better than yesterday. I'm feeling it's not going to be that drastically different. It's just heating up a hot dog, but you know what? Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be the most delicious hot dog ever in the history of time. It's way better. It's way better than charred wieners.
But just as she settled by the fire with her meal, she heard the sound of a car crunching over gravel in the distance. Then, out of nowhere, everything changed.
How you doing?
I'm a little lost and I'm hoping maybe you can kind of help me.
Yeah, what's up?
So my kid he's 20, but he was hiking around the Linville Gorge, and this is telling me to turn here and go obviously through that gated area, which doesn't look like a thing,
yeah, no.
to get to his pen. He pinned me there.
Okay, well I'm assuming you do a trail, right? Like a marked trail.
Yeah, but he said he was like on the side of a road and he's throwing up. And he's like, come get me. I just drove from Raleigh.
Oh, dang.
In my work clothes.
Oh my gosh, so you really are?
Yeah, I was like, I'll be right there.
Oh God, yeah, that's far. Okay.
Do you have...
I guess he doesn't know anyone out this way that would have something.
No, he traveled up here by himself.
Oh.
I thought he'd be all like crazy.
Well, we've got quite the situation. Apparently down that road that I was just walking down, about 2.5 miles, her son is very sick and needs her to come get him, but she can't get past the gate. And there's no other entrance way, because I just hooked up my Starlink to see. There's no other way down there than through that gate, which is very locked. So she's calling 911 now to see if they can come help.
You don't let go. You really don't let go. We're going to have a bunch of rescuers coming in.
Is that
your son?
So where do you want me to move? Okay.
How far is
the river, about on the service road? On the map says walk pit, so it is going to be the new walk pit that he's on. Probably about 2 miles total in from the gate.
Didn't know.
All right, EMS and emergency services are coming out. They're gonna go get him. He's about 3 miles down the road. Well, we're thinking this guy has the key to unlock the gate, so realistically you wouldn't need EMS services because she can go get him, but this guy's apparently really sick down there. She said he's not one to complain. He's been hiking for maybe 2 days. And he was going to set up camp about 2 more miles down, but then he started getting real sick and throwing up a lot. And he called his mom all the way from Raleigh. She drove a little over 4 hours to get here. She's still in her work clothes. So I told her to sit with me at the fire to stay warm at least, but she's so nervous. I understand why. I mean, my gosh. This night's about to get a little bit crazy up in here. All the campsites to pick. I mean, that's wild. I hope he's okay.
Nothing else.
Would you look at that? I don't really know what to do with myself. They're all kind of leaving right now. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening. Alright.
What was supposed to be a calm escape suddenly turned tense. A woman had driven deep into the forest searching for her missing son, and somehow she'd stumbled right onto Mimi's campsite. The piece Mimi came for, gone. Moments like this are why it's so critical to always let someone know where you are when heading off-grid. Whether it's a GPS tracker, a satellite communicator, or just making sure you're not going alone, being unreachable can quickly turn dangerous. Thankfully, the boy was eventually found and unharmed. But it was a jarring reminder of how fast everything can shift when you're far from help. This encounter wasn't terrifying, but it shattered that illusion of safety in the woods. And for Mimi, it was a powerful lesson. One close call can be all it takes to realize just how fragile isolation really is. Lisa runs a channel called Asleep 5 Decades, where she shares peaceful moments from her off-grid solo van life. Her videos usually show scenic landscapes, quiet mornings, and the calm beauty of living self-sufficiently on the road. But one night shattered that calm entirely and turned into a nightmare every solo traveler dreads. It was around 4 a.m. when something slammed against the thin metal wall of her van right next to her head. It wasn't wind, it wasn't an animal. It was a knock, firm, human, and deeply wrong.
Somebody's back here again. I hear footprints. Hello? How can I help you? It's 4:30 in the morning. I don't feel safe. Who are you?
She froze. There was no warning, no reason. Just the sudden awareness that someone was directly outside her vehicle. She called out, asking who was there. No one answered. Then it happened again. Louder, closer.
It's now 4:57, but at 4:37, so like 20 minutes ago, I was in a dead sleep, and I was woken from a knock, like right where my head is, ironically. So I was like frozen. I looked at the time, and it was very strange to me, like who would be knocking on the van at 4:30 in the morning. So by the second knock, I believe it was second, could be the third knock, and they would knock 3 times every time. I just mustered, hello? And no answer. The person was on a bike, like a pedal bike, like a 10-speed bike, a mountain bike or something, and they were up the drive. And so I just came and lied back down and trying to register what the hell just happened, who was that, what did they want, what were their intentions, and all I could think about is they were probably planning on robbing.
Lisa froze, paralyzed by the shock of it. She hadn't heard footsteps, no warning, just the reality that someone was right outside. She called out, hoping to hear a voice, an explanation, anything, but there was only silence. Then came another knock. This one harder, closer. It felt personal.
So I just kind of like went back to sleep, or lied back down, went back to bed, I should say. And about 15 minutes later, I hear it again, like a knock on the side of my van again. How can I help you? And they say, I got a question for you. And I said, it's 4:30 in the morning. I don't feel safe. And so I quietly got up and I went to the front and I peeked out and parked way up on the drive. All I could see is like headlights, and then they backed out and went and left. So I'm not feeling so safe. You know, I just don't even know what to make of it. Like, what were they thinking? I do sleep with this beside my bed, and I never thought that I would have to pull it out or grab it, and I did. I hear footprints. Hear that? Yeah, somebody was just here again 3 times now.
Everything fell into a long, tense silence until she heard it. Slow, deliberate footsteps crunching around the van. Gathering what courage she had left, Lisa crept up to the front to peer out. In the distance, she caught sight of a car, its headlights glowing, engine running, slowly creeping backward down the dirt road. Whoever had been knocking. They never left. They had just been watching. And later, they came back, again. This time, she saw someone on foot, ducking behind a nearby tree, moving toward that same idling car. It backed away once more. And now, they knew she was alone.
I seen them walking, and they hid behind the tree there, and then they went to a car, the same car that was here earlier. Well, that was back, and then it backed away and left again 3 times in one night. This time, they didn't knock, though. They were just walking around. I could hear them walking around the van. But I'm not feeling so safe. Like, I'm just feeling like, I don't know.
Whoever it was had knocked directly where she slept. Not at the doors, not the panels. The exact spot her bed sat against. It wasn't random, it was intentional. She stayed inside, too afraid to sleep, eyes wide open until daylight. When the sun finally rose, Lisa stepped outside. What she saw confirmed every fear from the night before. Fresh footprints in the dirt, circling the van, some pressed right up to the doors. She hadn't walked there. Someone had. Whoever it was had waited, had stopped, had watched. And it didn't end there. 2 of her water bottles had been knocked over, maybe to draw her outside. Some thought this started as an attempted break-in, but the behavior didn't match. They didn't flee when they knew someone was inside. They kept coming back, getting closer. The more obvious it became that a lone woman was inside, the bolder they got. Lisa didn't panic. She didn't open the doors. She trusted her gut and stayed put. But the feeling of being hunted in the dark doesn't fade easily.
As you can see, look at the footprints, though. Look at that. That's massive. See that? Like, this worries me. Like, oh my God. Yeah, this has me really concerned. Nothing's here because it's all melted already, but yeah. So, oh, here we go. Here's a couple right here. There and there. Here's, there's my print again. Okay. There. I think they obviously knew that I was in there because of where they knocked. Like, they didn't knock on the passenger door, the driver's door. They knocked like by the real well, so they know, or he knew, that I was living in there. So I feel like I'm being watched, and I just got to be a little bit more careful. But anyways, on that note, guys, I'm going to leave you with some peace, love, and light from my heart to yours.
Whether it began as theft or something darker is up for debate, but the patterns are chilling. 3 separate approaches, no words, a car lurking just far enough away, and the deliberate choice to knock where she slept. What was their plan, and what might have happened if she had stepped out? That's the part that stays with you. What would you have done in that situation? Let us know in the comments. Project Amber is normally all about tranquil van life journeys. Just a man, his dog, and open roads across Europe. But in 2018, while rolling through the remote French countryside, Calm turned to unease. A faulty camper fridge forced him to pull over for the night, and he settled on a secluded, overgrown pull-off near a dense forest. No lights, no houses, no traffic for miles.
There's the gargling noise. Always making some weird noises. It didn't say how long to leave it. Just until the gargling stops. I don't really want to put my head near it. Maybe that's it. Oh. Little rock. It's still warm in there. Why are you warm? Right. Now I'm sure with house fridges you're supposed to... Right, so I'm pretty sure with a house fridge, if you move it, you're supposed to leave it like 12 or 24 hours to settle, for the gas to settle. Now I've just flipped it upside down and back again, so I'm going to give it the full 24 hours, I think, to... What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, doggy. There's no one over there.
Fridge propped outside, he chatted casually with the camera, until his dog suddenly stiffened, ears up, body tense, eyes glued to one spot in the darkness.
There's actually a well, just where I'm parked. You go down this little track, and there's a well with a big metal bar on it. And originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the well, instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I don't know, I think it was about 10 when it came out, scared the shit out of me. For like a month I didn't sleep properly. So yeah, I'm not staying there.
The focus of that stare? An old stone well, half hidden by weeds, capped with a rust-flaked metal lid. Later that night, he uploaded a quick Instagram update, joking that the scene felt straight out of a horror film.
Seriously freaked out now. A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like "Aah!" Like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. Got to this old well, and it stopped.
He stayed. And what happened next wiped the smile off his face.
Things wild freaky. It's like something out of the Ring. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there, there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair. So I said bonjour and that, and she responded. I asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond then, she just carried on walking. So I carried on a bit and then thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone. So up that way, that's where my van is, and that goes to the road. But down where she went that way, there's nothing, and there's nothing for miles. Where did she go? I'm gonna leave.
And then somehow he managed to catch it all on camera.
The camera kept rolling as his dog, usually a playful bolt of energy, refused to go near the well, whining and backing away. Then, in the gloom, the lens caught something. A figure, faint yet solid, lingering near that rusty lid. The dog wouldn't budge, wouldn't bark, just whined. He glimpsed the shape a few more times before deciding enough was enough and packing up to leave.
Not a clue what was going on there. That was so weird. The well, the moaning from the forest, the girl. Nah, maybe there's an explanation to it all, but I wasn't sticking around. I left, I booted it. I'm about 50 miles from there now. I saw the girl another 2 times. The last time I was near the van and she was running through the forest. I left. I was gone. I was gone so fast. I didn't even pack the van away. Yeah, it's a pretty...
Was it a person? A trick of the light? Whatever it was, it shouldn't have been there. Deep forest, no roads in or out, but the one he'd driven. Given his track record of calm, gear review-style videos, he doesn't seem like the type to fake scares. But in the wild, anything is possible. What do you think he caught on camera? Degenerate Wilderness is a relatively fresh channel, but it's already made a name with its wild camping adventures, reckless weather choices, and that chaotic kind of charm where every trip feels like a brush with death, but somehow the mic's still crisp. This time, they roll into a spot called Rattlesnake, Ohio, with the usual excitement buzzing. Spirits are up.
Do Rattlesnake down in somewhere Ohio. It's pretty good. Got the string lights from Amazon. Wetsuits right there. Tarp we're gonna throw up. I just got this new, which one is it? Nemo something.
Moonlight Elite.
Yeah.
Nemo chair.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. About a pound. Not bad at all.
Very expensive though, but
yeah, really expensive. We just got, all three of us upgraded our sleeping pads because the Amazon ones were not cutting it. Look at that. That's a sleeping pad.
They're cracking jokes about new gear. Someone's showing off a fancy sleeping pad, someone else has string lights they found on Amazon, and everybody's pretending like the approaching storm is just a mild inconvenience. But that cocky energy doesn't stick around for long.
Let's get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. Christian, come on. Is this the right way?
Wait, might be more left.
I think it's
right.
left. Yeah, I think it's that way. Emergency evacuation.
Evacuation.
80-mile-an-hour winds.
This is insane.
Flying debris.
The storm hits harder and faster than expected. It spirals from camping to chaos. Winds roar past 80 miles an hour. Tornado alerts blare. Debris starts flying. And yet somehow they're half laughing, half panicking. Then it hits. They left the car key behind. What was just inconvenient is now dangerous. Nobody wants to go back, not alone. The storm's ripping through the woods like something out of a nightmare. Lightning's nonstop, hail's pounding, trees look like they're about to snap in half. Finally, they all agree to go together. No hero, no lone wolf. It's a frantic, shaky hike back through storm-soaked trails. Rain's hammering down. Mud everywhere. There's real doubt about whether anything's even left standing at camp. But when they get there, somehow, unbelievably, the tents are still upright. The string lights are still glowing, and the firewood isn't soaked. They're stunned, exhausted, grateful. Then the news hits. 14 people died just the night before in Kentucky from those same storms. That storm wasn't just wild, it was lethal. Suddenly, crashing in the car doesn't seem like the coward's move anymore. There were no monsters, no glowing eyes in the dark, but the threat was real, and it nearly swallowed them whole. Derbyshire Dan is usually all about peaceful, laid-back camping. No scare tactics, no drama, just pure love for nature. But during one particular trip, something felt off. Right from the start, you can tell he's uneasy. There's no clear reason, just a strange tension in the air as he steps into that forest.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday night, and I'm about to do some wild camping. I'm planning on doing something totally different tonight. I'm going to build a shelter and sleep in it. I'm going to do some cooking, and have a little fire. I'm going to have some beers. Now I'm in a different part of Woodland tonight. I've never slept in this part where I'm going. I have been building a bit of a shelter here over the last 6 months or so. I'm hoping it's still here. I'm hearing noises already. Yeah, I've never stayed in this woodland overnight before, so it's all new to me.
He keeps moving deeper, searching for a spot to pitch his shelter, but that eerie vibe won't let up. It's not about the trees or the path, it's just a gut feeling that something's not right.
What leaves that are falling off the trees? It's just... Sort your out, Danny, sort your out. Well, this is turning out to be great. Can't remember where I'm going. Just walking down this path of this mud. I'm hearing some right noises. I know, it's all in my head and everything. I've never stayed in these woods before.
Eventually, he settles on a spot that looks ideal and begins setting up for the night, trying to shake the feeling as he unpacks his gear.
Freaking me out, that is. Hello? Well, I think I know why birds stopped whistling anyway. I heard some, like, shooting gunshots in background. But it's a bit weird, that's like probably a mile or two away. I don't know, I'm probably just freaking myself out sort of thing.
But those odd noises creeping through the woods keep dragging his mind back to that same uneasy thought, something doesn't belong here. Still, he keeps working, trying to ignore it.
Holly bushes. And you can just see mist coming in. So if it isn't as bad already here. I've got noises, mist is coming in. Oh, I heard a bird at last. Well, as soon as I stop recording, I heard some rustling in these holly bushes. Now, there is a lot of squirrels up here. I don't know what to do if I come in contact with a badger. I'm not sure I want to be here tonight. I'm a bit freaked out with everything. It's not like me at all, this. I might even leave this shelter here.
In the end, he makes the call to pack up and leave. He admits it, there's no point staying when your instincts are screaming something's wrong. Maybe nothing would have happened, or maybe it would have, but seasoned campers know you don't gamble when you're alone out there. Wild animals usually leave you alone unless provoked, but it's the people you don't see coming that can be the real danger. Whatever it was, he trusted his gut, and maybe that decision kept him safe. The lesson? When something feels off in the wild, don't question it, just go. The mind behind Project Darkwood was no stranger to isolated expeditions, but the footage they shared took a disturbing turn. What began as a cryptid investigation quickly turned into something much darker. After receiving an unusual email from a landowner who claimed to have repeated run-ins with a hostile creature on his remote land, Don accepted the eerie challenge. Spend a night deep within those very woods and wait to see what might reveal itself.
To Project Darkwood. My name is Don, and I'm disgusting. I've been hiking for like 8 miles, and I'm sweaty. But basically what has happened is this guy contacted me through my email and said that he has a big piece of land that allegedly he has had multiple encounters with a semi-aggressive Bigfoot on. And he asked if I wanted to come check it out. And I was like, in what context? And he said, if you want, you can spend the night and, camp out and see what happens. And I said yes. So here I am, I'm on his property, I got my camp set up right now. I had to hike into the middle of it. I wanted a good vantage point to get to all the corners. Also, if you watched the New Year's update video, in it I talked about how my night vision camera was kind of having malfunction issues when I was in Blue Ridge. Well, unfortunately, it shit the bed and is now just out of commission completely. So we're going old school. I'm using the DSLR with a headlamp. It's a pretty bright one, so we should be all right. I thought about waiting until I got the night vision cam fixed, but I have no idea when I'm gonna be able to afford that, and I definitely cannot afford a new one, so we're just gonna wing it. But yeah, it should be completely dark in a couple hours or so, and then we will put on the gear and go look around and see what we see. Hopefully I don't get eaten. I don't think I will, but
After getting permission and loading up his gear, Don trekked several miles into an undisclosed section of wilderness. This wasn't just another case, it felt off from the beginning. Equipment failure meant their usual night vision was out of the question, so they resorted to a simple DSLR and a headlamp to light their way. Even with the technical hiccups, the goal was clear. Explore every corner, film whatever surfaced, and follow the trail of bizarre reports that brought them there.
Seems to not last as long in the lighting rig, so if that goes out, we will at least have the headlamp. Just gonna try my best to try to make sure everything is well lit, which seems to keep it from getting crunchy, and try to hold the camera still. Something is moving. There's like armadillos everywhere, and they sound so much bigger than they are. There's one earlier, I started getting freaked out, and then I was like, God damn it, every time. I do have my bear mace on me just in case anything decides to get frisky with me. Don't think it will, but better safe than sorry. By the way, this is the northeastern corner of the property-ish, where we are right now. I can see tiny eye shine everywhere. There's like spiders and stuff. There's plenty of water sources on this property. I can see why there would be any kind of animal activity on here, especially cryptids. I don't know how much this has to do with cryptids specifically as opposed to any other animal, but like they're almost always sighted near sources of water. To me, that just sounds like they're things that need to drink water to live. But I could be wrong. There's like the whole missing 411 thing of like water source plus granite equals missing people or whatever. Strong sulfur smell. And of course, the guy who's letting me stay here did not want me to dox him, so I will not do that. Well, I'm not getting any weird vibes. I don't feel like I'm being watched. Nothing's really happening. I think we'll move on to another sector. Jesus Christ, this property is huge. I'm gonna walk miles at a time just to get between the different parts. Whew.
The property stretched endlessly, blanketed by dense forest, crisscrossed by wide paths and outlined by several bodies of water. Dawn made a note. Most cryptid encounters seem to happen close to water. Maybe a pattern, maybe not. But whatever the reason, the setup was perfect for something to stay hidden. As the night wore on, Dawn moved from one side of the land to the other. The usual suspects were there. Buzzing bugs, random animal rustling, and now and then a strange sulfur stench that clung to the air.
A little less animal activity over this way, quieter, which seems promising. Some of these trails are really thick, wide trails. Makes me wonder what this land used to be for. So I don't think he made all the trails himself. I think he probably bought it like this, at least for the most part. Okay, well, I've been around this part for about an hour now. Nothing seems to be happening, so let's go ahead and move to the southwestern corner. So the light panel finally died. There's bugs everywhere. I'm gonna continue on with the headlamp and hopefully that should be just fine. All right, we're now in the southwestern corner of the property. Allegedly, this is where the guy said he had the most activity. That remains to be seen. It's a little spooky, I guess. It's mostly just quiet. Apparently they're building a subdivision over that way. Huh.
But when he reached the southwestern edge, the very area the landowner had marked as active, something shifted. The silence didn't feel empty anymore.
Ooh. Something walking. Oh, shh. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, keys. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, holy I'm still filming. Okay. I ran all the way back to the car. Jesus Christ. I hope to I caught that. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna get my stuff tomorrow and just hope that it's all still there and not up at all. Christ. Holy shit, I've never run so fast in my life. I'm shaky. Holy all right, it didn't even hit me. It's fully until like a couple seconds after.
It grew thick, suffocating. Then movement, slow, heavy, and intentional. This wasn't a deer, not a bear, not anything that should have been there. The crunch of something massive breaking through the brush triggered instant panic. Dawn spun and bolted. The camera didn't stop. It captured every ragged breath, every terrified sprint all the way back to the car. No theatrics, no scripted nonsense, just real, raw fear. Once back in the vehicle, he reviewed the footage. It wasn't just the eye shine, brighter than anything reflective. It was the shape, the movement, the way the figure glided through terrain like it belonged there. It wasn't clunky or robotic, it was smooth, precise, alive. Whatever it was It wasn't something Don could explain. Returning the next morning to grab his gear, everything was untouched, but the forest felt wrong, as if something was still there, watching. Was it an elaborate prank, a trick of the mind? Or had he actually come face to face with something he was never meant to find? Whatever the truth is, one thing's for sure. Out in those woods, you don't always get to pick what finds you. For watching more disturbing encounters, click here, and if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, Campfire Encounters. Thanks for watching.